Welcome back, friends. Today is the best day of the week because it's new gun day. And our new gun today is a CZ75 P01 Omega version. And not a case of the I needs, this is the case of I want. I've wanted one of these ever since I handled it. Now, I shoot a CZ75 SP01 Shadow in competition. I absolutely love that gun. And, you know, man can't have too many CZs. You know, once you've grabbed one, you know, just can't let it go. The ergonomics on this thing are great. Anybody will tell you when they grip a CZ, it's just something different. Walther PPQs are kind of the same way too. They're just different and they feel awesome. So I've been thinking about this gun for a while and just hadn't pulled the trigger on it, so to speak. And gun stores just really didn't have any of these. They had the regular version, and I saw some used ones, and I'd go in and handle them. I go, man, I really wish I had one. And just decided to pull the trigger on the thing. A good friend of mine had just passed away, and I was kind of in a funk all week. Funeral coming up in 2 days, and I'd been out on a 2-hour bike ride. I was all showered up, had a little snack, and I told my wife, I said, I'll be back. And I just decided to go out gun shopping. Decided to go next county over. We have some places I don't get to go to very often. We got nice big Shields up there in the Colony, north of Dallas, and down the street from them we also have a place called Rifle Gear. Big fancy gun store with every kind of gun you'd ever want. 28 pistol bays, 25 yards long, 100-yard indoor climate controlled rifle range. So it's pretty nice. I went up there, looked around, see if I could find, you know, one of these. Nobody had the Omega, and I said, man, I had a used one up there. Price wasn't too bad, but it was a 6-year-old gun and had 14-round mags. So made some stops at some other gun shops, got home about 4 hours later, and decided I'm going to check out the internet, and found one of all places after searching everywhere but Bass Pro. So Bass Pro was about $50 cheaper than any place I could find this on the internet. So I went ahead and put it in my cart. I'll be darned if the order didn't go through, and it says we'll ship to your store in 5 to 7 days. And that was a Thursday. Following Wednesday, got an email, hey, your new best girlfriend's here. So I went and got it. In the meantime, I dialed up my buddies at Lock, got some Lock grips. I bought the Palm Swell version. This gun comes with rubberized Palm Swell grips, and I kind of like the Palm Swell. And when they came in, they're exact same profile, exact, everything about the same. But I just don't like all black guns. So, and I thought I was really gonna, you know, trick this out and get out of my comfort zone and order some green zombie Lock grips. I couldn't do it. So here I am back with my boring black and gray combo, kind of like it's on my CZ75 SP01. But the reason I decided to get the Omega, you got a different sight system on here, which is better than I think the other one is. It's not the best thing in the world. Kind of night sights. This stuff really glows in the dark if you've been out in the sun. But it's 3-dot sight system. That's cool. The trigger, this is the same profile trigger I have on my competition gun that came out of the custom shop. I like it versus the real hooked version of their trigger shoe. It digs into me after a few rounds. I don't like it. And I like the fact that I can, with the Omega version, I can get the Decocker or safety. Now, let's just say I lose my mind one day and I show up at the match. I'm going, I'm going to shoot CCP today. You know, compact carry pistol. And I'll have to shoot it either cocked and locked or decocked. Either way, I'm going to have to shoot double action on the first pull. Not good. So if I was to shoot this competition, I'd probably switch this over to safety because I'm used to sweeping the safety and shooting single action on the first shot, because frankly, no matter how hard I try and how hard I tried to master that when I first got my big gun the big brother of this, I can't master the double action pull. I'm crap on that first pull for whatever reason, because when the buzzer goes off, my mind goes off too. So, but anyway, that's why I decided to get this thing. So it's just a gun that I wanted just to shoot it, wanted to have fun with it, and I noticed some things right off the bat. Massive double action trigger. Happens to be about 14 pounds. And that might be because it has a 20-pound hammer spring in here, you know. That could be a problem. Not a problem, just different. It has a 16-pound recoil spring. So this thing is plenty sprung. When I first got it and I tried to rack the slide, I thought it was stuck. I mean, that's how hard it was. And sure enough, it's just because it's got that big old heavy spring in it. The other thing is, when I took it apart, which I do with any new gun I buy, it had 0 to no lubrication in it. It had some grease, a little bit of grease. So I went ahead and took Ballistol, cleaned everything just like I normally would, ran a couple patches through the barrel, and then I re-lubed it with a liberal amount of Lucas gun oil and cycled it probably a couple hundred times on the bench. Then we took it out to the range, and I expected this thing to be pretty snappy. Now my everyday carry, my SIG 365, love this gun, but you can imagine, you know, small polymer gun, gonna be a little snappy. This one's not too bad, but I thought the CZ would be similar. No, man, it is. The way these slides sit down in the frame, a little heavier weight with the alloy frame, just, it was really nice. So I'm on the Cajun Gunworks site looking at springs and everything, and I said, no. This is going to be my new best girlfriend. I'm going to spend some money on her. So I'm just going to send it to Cajun, have them do the works to it. Only problem is, he says, yeah, well, man, we'll get you on the list. It's probably going to be 8 weeks, and we will contact you to when you can send us your gun. And then once we get it, could be another 8 weeks. So we'll see how that works. And I asked him in that email also, hey, do you know what springs they ship with these Omegas, you know, from the factory? And he's the one that told me, yeah, it's a 20 and a 16. And he said, and by the way, don't start jacking with those springs. We'll take care of everything when we get it here. He goes, trust me, you won't like it. And I've already been down that road with springs, and so I'm not. I bought some grips for it, not changing the sights. I like the sights just the way they are. And if I decide to shoot this in competition, I will just black out these rears and go for it, or I'll put some Dawson sights on it. But so far, everything's great. The only complaint that I've had with this is on the decocker. It comes as a decocker when you get it, and the safety's in the box. This has a kind of a sharp edge on here. Since I'm not going to have to use it that much, I'm not going to really worry about it. I don't really want to take my ultra-fine file to it just to make it feel better. But if you just sweep it, it kind of bothers my hand. But if I hold it down, then I'm good. My position on this is going to be something similar to this. Usually with the Big Brother, I've got this thumb on the safety, using it as a gas pedal, but for this gun it's going to be like that. Shoots like a dream. We shot some 115 Fiocchi training ammo, runs 1200 plus feet per second, some 135 Hornady flat nose, and runs it just fine. Ran some of my Coles through it, my reloads. Works just fine, just like my other CZ. So I think it's not going to be real ammo picky. So enough jibber jabbering. Let's take it over here and get a few shots downrange. Okay, got some area protection, eye protection, and we are going to shoot at about 15 yards. Don't want to shoot within 10 yards of these metal targets here. Today's the first day of fall. It's 99 degrees, so I'm sacrificing for you because it is hot. But anyway, just wanted to put some more rounds through it. We've got a couple hundred through it. Gonna do a couple hundred a day. Just get everything worked in. Hopefully that trigger will, you know, smooth out some. Not that it's not smooth, it's just long and heavy. Probably not going to change with the springs are in it, but that's okay. We're going to shoot double action first shot. That's all I can do, and it's going to suck. So you're probably going to see a big old jerk down like this, but that's okay. This is my fun gun, my new girlfriend, and we're just out here to take her for a spin. Going to use a timer just because I like to hear the timer go off. So gives me something to think about. Or not. So okay, we're going to do 2 shots here, 1 shot there, 2 shots here, 1 shot there, and then we'll do some transition back and forth maybe. Man, it just doesn't have a lot of recoil, it seems like. Not like my SIG, but that's okay. Well, that couldn't have been slower. Well, it's not that I didn't want to continue to torture you with my poor form downrange here, but like I said, it's 99 degrees out here. It's a black camera. It's sitting out in the sun, gets hot, shuts down. So moved up here to the shade. But I did want to check out one more thing here, and we're going to see this together because it's going to be on film. So I want to check out the recoil impulse of this gun. So let's just take some shots and see what it looks like real quick. Get a little up close and personal here for you. Ready? Felt pretty good. We'll see what it looks like, but that's just one other thing I wanted to show you real quick. Well, there you have it, folks. My first impressions, almost my first shots, actually my second 200 round shots. Wish we could have got some more range time for you out there, but y'all didn't need to see any more of my poor form. But so far, first impressions, really, really good. So happy I bought this gun. I knew I'd love it when I got it. I love my CZ75 SP01 Shadow, and man, can't have too many CZs. So I think when we get it back from Cajun, it's going to be even more fun than we have right now. You know, it's not going to take the place of my, you know, my SIG 365 is my carry gun, but it might be my go out to dinner gun here with my Versa carry holster here that they sent me. Wore it around a little bit, kind of cool. Pretty handsome holster too. Not very expensive. Might want to try one. But might take it out for a spin, out to dinner, something like that too. But when we get it back from Cajun, we'll do this again. We'll let you know what we thought. One other thing, you know, we don't make a ton of money on this channel, just a little bit, but after a while the piggy bank kind of gets full. Gives me an opportunity to go out and do something like this, and then I get to share it with y'all without stealing money out of the, you know, the utility fund or whatever. And tell you what, I did feel better by going out and buying this thing. It did brighten my day, and I'm really going to enjoy it. But I appreciate you guys watching, giving us one of these, subscribing, watching those ads all the way through. Helps us out a bunch. So any comments or questions, put those things down below. Be glad to hear from you. And until next time, you guys be safe. Keep that muzzle pointed in a safe direction, and we'll see you out on the range. Adios.